What's on Grace Squad? You are born with fire great. We gon' make the money move. We gon' make the world shine bright. What is up, Great Squad? You are back with your boy Andre the Great, and today, go ahead. I'm going to be reacting to I Am the Only Man in the Village. I think, yeah. So that's what we're gonna be reacting to. It's on animated story time. So this is not my video. This is animated story time. So y'all could just go. Link will be in the description. So yeah, don't forget to check out my merch. Link will be down below in the video. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. So yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
I was the only boy born into a girl's village after 20 years. When you're the first boy to be born into a village chock-block full of girls after 20 years,
Dang.
let me tell you, that's some burden to bear. All you guys out there are probably thinking it must be like winning the lottery. Girls flocking to your feet everywhere. Yeah, it kinda was like that at first, but then things just got weird.
Dang.
Okay, so I live in a small village in East Europe, and the women have been giving birth to only girls for the past 20
Only
years.
girls,
I'm
dang.
not really sure why, but my village believes that they got cursed from a witch that they kicked out a long time ago. But if you ask me, I think God is the one punishing us for kicking her out. On top of all that, people in my village are not allowed to marry people from the outside.
Dang.
So, the moment my parents realized I was a boy, they quickly wrapped me up in a blanket and kept my gender a
Ooh.
secret. They told everyone I was a girl and that
No,
my name
not
was
the
Jackie.
girl. That
When
man
in
is a
actual
boy.
fact, I was a boy and my name was Jared.
Jared.
A little bit weird, right?
Jared, what kind
My
of name is
parents
Jared?
had no other option. They knew that people would freak out if they found out I was a boy. No one in our village had given birth to a boy in more than 20 years.
Dang.
And my parents didn't want me to get so much attention. They just wanted me to live a normal life.
Oh my God.
Except it wasn't normal. And I only realized that now, thinking back. At the time, I was none the wiser. I happily played with dolls and wore frilly dresses and let everyone call me Jackie.
That is
I mean,
disturbing,
I didn't
guys.
even know I was called Jared. Well, that was until I was 5 years old. I was playing in our backyard when a woman appeared on the other side of the wall. She was dangling some candy in front of my face.
Don't get
and
tricked.
like a little
Not
puppy
for the
dog,
candy.
I
Not for the
followed her.
candy.
I kept looking back, expecting my parents to come running out to get me, but they were nowhere to be seen.
No.
The woman asked me to get into her car and told me that if I was a good boy, she'd give me more candy. I didn't even think twice. My parents never let me eat candy.
No.
But then, I realized she'd said good boy, and I turned to her and told her I was a
Good
girl.
boy.
I'll never forget the way she threw her head back and let out a chuckle. She looked at me and said, "Sure, Pumpkin, and I'm the President of the United States."
Dang.
Oh, look, there's a flying pig. I fell for it and looked, and the next moment, she'd lifted up my dress and said, "See, you're a boy, you little freak."
No.
I didn't understand what she was talking about. And then she explained that I was a boy, and that my parents had been lying to me. Then she said the village mayor was offering a reward to the first woman to give birth to a son. And seeing as my parents were keeping me a
No.
secret, she'd hand me over and collect the reward money herself. I was too young to fully understand, but I knew I was in serious trouble. I started screaming and thrashing my arms about, and this only made her drive faster. I have no idea why I did what I did next, but suddenly, I jumped onto her knee.
No.
She couldn't see where she was going, and that's when we crashed. We could have died, but I didn't care. At that moment,
Bro, this story
all I
is
wanted
messed
was to
up,
get
bro.
away
This
from
story
that
is messed
horrible woman.
up.
And it was my lucky day, because all that happened was her car got a bit crushed, but I escaped without even a scratch. I started running back towards our village, and she was chasing me, but I was too fast for her. My parents suddenly drove by, and my mom burst
Oh my
into tears.
God.
Well, there was nothing that woman could do. She was well and truly caught now. Turns out she'd escaped from a nearby psychiatric clinic, and they came and picked her up promptly. My parents had no other choice. They had to tell the
She
mayor
was
and everyone else that I was
psycho.
actually a boy, and that my name was Jared. But I
Jared.
like being Jackie, I told them.
Jackie.
That just made my mom cry more.
Dang.
And when she switched my dresses for shorts and t-shirts, I felt strange. I thought no one would want to be my friend anymore. But I couldn't have been more wrong.
Wrong.
All of a sudden, every girl wanted to be my friend. I was the center of attention, and
Dang.
honestly,
He's
it was
the
too
only
much.
boy, bro.
I was just a kid. Suddenly, I had girls hanging off me,
I wish I
wanting to
could
play
do
with
that,
me
bro.
all the
Like,
time.
why
How
can't the
come I
girl
was
be
more
all over me,
popular as a
man?
boy than a girl? Anyway, the older I got, the more intense it became. When I turned 12, the village mayor started a new tradition. From now on, every year on my birthday, I'd sit on a throne for the whole day, and all the
He's
women who
sitting on
wanted
the
to conceive
throne,
baby
man.
boys would come and bow at my feet, and one by one, they'd reach out and kiss my feet. It freaked me out so much. But the
Kissing on
mayor
the boy
told me he'd
feet,
buy me
really?
a special gift if I did this one thing for the village. One time, though, it was taken too far. One woman wouldn't stop kissing my toes, and suddenly, I felt a sharp pain shooting through my body. She'd gotten so carried away, she'd actually bitten down. I was even bleeding. After that, I refused to do it the
She
following
bit
year.
his foot.
It was just some stupid
Ew.
ritual that the village thought would bring them luck. And come on, it wasn't even working. I was still the only boy. When I turned 18, I decided the only way to handle all the attention was to just embrace it. There was one girl, Sammy, who was actually pretty
Sammy,
cute. And
the
after she
girl
basically
of
begged and stalked me for
history.
weeks, I agreed to be her boyfriend. Of course, all the other girls were jealous, and I was worried I was about to start World War III.
Dang.
Looks like Sammy
World
won.
War III.
I actually felt like I was really falling for her, and one night she invited me over to her house. Her parents were out, so we started making out. She was really
No.
hot. She reassured me they'd only be home much later, but suddenly we heard the door. I leapt behind the sofa half dressed, and then things went horribly wrong. Well, how did it go? Did he put a baby in you yet? Come on, Sammy, we aren't paying you all this money so you can sit around. Give us a
No.
grandson already. I couldn't believe it. She'd been using me.
This
I
is
stood up and
messed
gave her
up. What
parents
kind
the
of
biggest
story
fight.
time is this?
Then I turned to Sammy and said, "Screw you. I hope it's a girl you have." Then I grabbed my clothes and walked out. I never wanted to see her again. But then later she fell off the stairs and had a miscarriage. To everyone's shock, Sammy was actually pregnant with a baby boy.
No.
After that, the whole village knew about
She
it.
was
and
actually
made them
pregnant
go
with a
even
baby boy for the
crazier.
first time, and then she
Women
had to
lined
fall
up
down the
outside
stairs and
my
mess
house
it
for the
up.
whole day.
My God.
Some even tried to enter my home. Everyone wanted my number and my social media contact. They even put security to watch me. But then I was like, screw it. After the way Sammy used me, I decided to get revenge by dating as many girls as possible. Girls were basically falling at my feet, while guys around the world were doing the impossible to get girls' attention.
Oh my God.
So I dated
Just
a whole
like me,
bunch of them
man.
at the
Just
same
like me.
time. And they did everything for me.
Dang.
They got me food, gave me massages, and I got all kinds of gifts daily.
Dang.
I mean, we all know how much fun a guy like me can have with girls. They were just so hot and amazing. And the best part, I didn't have to work for it.
Dang.
But there was so much expectation. They all wanted sons. I wasn't ready to be a father. Babies were so not my thing.
He
I
wasn't
tried to
ready
talk
to
to
be
my
a
mom
father
about it,
yet. Come
but
on,
suddenly
man.
she
Leave the
started
boy
crying.
alone. Leave the boy
I told her I
alone.
wasn't interested in hearing about how much she wanted a grandson again. But then she took me by surprise. She told me she was sick and that she didn't have much time left.
No.
And that she only wanted me to be happy. I felt so guilty. Was I being selfish? Why
His
couldn't I
mother
just
finna
give my
let
mom
go.
what she truly wanted?
Don't do
which
it
was
yet.
clearly
Not
a grandson.
yet.
After our conversation, I asked Amy, who lived next door to us, if she wanted to be my girlfriend. I made her swear to keep it secret so that the other girls didn't get jealous. I felt like time was against us. Mom kept getting more sick, and Amy and I were
No.
having no luck getting pregnant.
His mama getting
Then I
sick.
thought, what if I had another girlfriend too? I don't know if it was the thought of losing my mom and not giving her what she wanted, or if I was actually going insane or something. But I asked Leanne, who lived at the end of the village, if she'd like to be my girlfriend too. And obviously she said yes. Please don't judge me for two-timing. I just felt desperate.
Two-timing cheater.
And then shit hit the fan. Clearly the universe wasn't playing with me. On the same day, they both called me and told me they were pregnant. Amy was a strict Catholic and said her parents would kill her if we didn't get married. So I married her at home and we had a quiet little ceremony. But then, Leanne told her dad she was pregnant, and he threatened to beat my ass if I didn't marry his daughter. I knew I didn't have a choice, but was it even legal? 2 wives?
Two
But
wives.
no
Oh
one
my
would need
God.
to
Like,
know.
this
This
dude
all
is
happened
got
in the
two
same
wives
week.
at the same time.
Suddenly I had 2 wives and 2 babies on the way. Leanne's dad gave me a job on his farm, so I spent the daytime with Leanne. Then every night I'd go home and stay with Amy. Can you believe I didn't get caught? My
He didn't
parents
get
knew
caught.
about
Oh my
Amy,
God,
but I
like-
just prayed they didn't find out about Leanne.
Oh my God.
Listen, I wasn't happy about it. In fact, I didn't feel anything for these girls, and I was sure it would get out at some point. And it did, because both of them gave birth to boys. I was there for Amy's, and had to rush over to Leanne's to make her birth too. and the mayor held another stupid ceremony. Well, there was no way I could go. Everyone would find out. I packed a small bag and gave my mom a kiss goodbye, and then I took my dad's old bicycle and cycled out of the village as far
His
as I
mama's
could.
sick, bro.
I rented a small room at a cheap
sick.
motel, but then every social media platform reported me missing. The whole village was looking for me. I tried to disguise myself as someone else, and I started working at a grocery store nearby. A long time passed and no one found me. I started having male friends my age, which was pretty cool. But to be completely honest, I also missed my family. I was scared of what they'd do if I went back to see them, so I never did.
He
Until
made
one
some
day,
male friends. He
after a
got
whole
the
year
experience
passed,
that,
I
man.
heard a
Come
knock
on,
on
man.
the door. It was the motel manager standing there with my 2 wives, and he said, "These women are looking for you." I wanted to run, but I saw that they were holding 2 adorable baby boys. My 2 wives
Aww.
told me, "We want you back. We don't care that you're married to both of us, but if it's too much for you, you can choose one." I hated how my life was like before, but after seeing my 2 boys, I couldn't stay here. My village needed me to have more children. Both of my wives were pretty cool, so I decided to stay married to them both.
No.
And eventually, I got a 3rd wife after a few years.
Oh my.
And today, I became the proud father of 10 boys.
Okay, guys, that was it for that story time, which was totally messed up. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that little bell, and turn on post notifications for more videos so you won't miss out on the next video. And guys, please don't forget the merch link in bio. Yeah, so and then go follow me on Instagram to keep update of when my next video is gonna be. But thank y'all for tuning in. Andre the Great out. Peace.